Welcome back. So now let us continue with the further prompts. Okay, let us go to the third prompt. Here I have email drafting, which I'm going to take up right now. So what does it do? Now I'm going to ask ChatGPT. This is for everybody. You can change the context of the body of the prompt to suit your needs. I'm just going to mention that write an email to request customer to pay their dues at the earliest, which also while also mentioning possible legal implications if not obliged. Okay, this is just generic, assuming that there's a defaulter and you're writing an email to request them for payment. So you're asking ChatGPT to create an email for you. Not everybody is good at creating emails. So let us give ChatGPT an option to to create an email for you. Okay, hit enter. It's creating. Meanwhile, let's come back to Gemini and suggest the same prompt. Okay. Okay, let us see which one gives you the desired outcome. The context may be same, but the way it is mentioned could be different. Here you can see that the result has come out. It says subject urgent request for payment of outstanding dues. You can change the customer's name, dear customer name. I hope this email finds you well. We appreciate your continued business and the trust you have placed in dash 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 company. We would like to draw your attention to the fact that your account currently has outstanding dues amounting to so and so amount. We kindly request that you settle this amount at your earliest convenience. And then, as a valued customer, your prompt payment is essential for the smooth operation of our business and to ensure that we can continue to provide you with the highest level of service. And then it asks you that we understand that the unforeseen circumstances may arise leading to delays in payment. However, it is important to highlight the prolonged delays in settling outstanding balances may necessitate further action to recover the debt. So this comes the legal aspect. Okay, it's covering the legal aspect in a more professional and polite way. And then we would try to avoid inconvenience or escalation, etc., etc. Thank you for attention to the matter. And then you can say thank you for attention to the matter, etc., etc. Best regards, your name, your designation, your company, phone number, etc. Which sounds professional and polite and to the point as well. It covers all the points which you had asked in the earlier context. See, it is asking you to write an email to request the customer, which is already a request. You can read from the lines here to pay the dues while also mentioning possible legal implications, which is also done here. I think most of the areas are covered in this prompt. If you look at the Gemini, sorry, it says the subject is the same almost. Gentle reminder, payment due for invoice. If you have an invoice number, you can mention that. Dear customer name, it starts the same way. This is a friendly reminder. You can note that I hope this email finds you well is slightly different from this one. This is a friendly reminder that your payment for this is rather direct. So this is rather kind of a greeting, and then it starts with the context. Here it starts directly. It's a friendly reminder that your payment for invoice number is past due. Amount was so and so, and due date was so and so. This is little more detailed, I believe. We understand that sometimes things slip our minds, we forget, etc., etc. I appreciate your business. To make the payment, you can use the following options: list of website link, phone number, etc., etc. It is suggesting the payment options also. ChatGPT might have missed it, but Gemini is suggesting that, which is a good option to have. If we don't receive any payment by this day, we may be forced to take further action by to collect the outstanding balance. This includes the late payment fee, etc., etc., which is quite okay. Please don't hesitate to contact us, etc., etc. And then thank you for your prompt attention to this matter. Sincerely, and the title, the group name, or company name. So you can see that the website link or the mode of payment is clearly mentioned in Gemini, and uh, the legal action part is also covered here. There is an option here which is mentioning the amount and the due date. So which is more beneficial if if you want to be rather direct to the customer instead of beating around the bush. You can directly just copy paste and then say that, hey, this is what it is. Kindly edit what is not required and you can make changes. How do you do that is you can copy it to a Word document or copy it to the email box directly and make changes accordingly. Whereas if you go to ChatGPT, there is an option at the end. You can click on the copy button, it gets copied. You can take it over to your WordPad or your email and then modify it accordingly. So the idea is that if you are writing a sales report or if you're writing an email to the customer requesting for any information rather than the late payment fee, I would say any information, you can use such prompts and customize the prompts to suit your needs. Here the agenda I had written is the payment of dues, but you can make changes to it to bring out the right result. Now let us take another interesting topic. Assuming you are a student and you want to learn something about some topic. What is the topic I've chosen here? Power Query for a beginner. So you are a complete beginner in Power Query. You want to understand what is Power Query all about, and you want to ask ChatGPT for a plan for you, study plan on how can I learn it. So enter the term, remove the number, hit enter. Meanwhile, go to Gemini, enter the same prompt, hit enter. Okay, you can see ChatGPT is quick. Google Gemini takes in a bit of time, but it gives you the result anyway. ChatGPT is very, very fast. Okay, you can see clearly that it gives you a day-wise itinerary on how you can prepare for Power Query since you are a beginner, right? It says on the week one, you can learn about introduction to Power Query. Day one, you can understand the basics of Power Query, what is it, and what are the benefits. Day three and four, you can learn this much. Day five and seven, the experiments. Week two, you can go into the functions. You can learn about the common functions, queries such as filtering, sorting. So it gives you a detailed itinerary day wise until you reach the final outcome. So it's a 4 week plan for you. And it also suggests you ongoing practices and learning. Continue to practice regularly with different data sets and scenarios and join online communities. Okay, it is suggesting you to join online communities as well, uh, uh, along with your day-to-day learning. Stay up to date with new features and best practices by following blogs, attending webinars, or reading books, articles on Power Query. Okay, these are the detailed, I would say. ChatGPT has gone a step ahead and provided you the day-to-day itinerary. Let us look at how Gemini gives you the outcome. Okay, Gemini also is giving you a desired outcome. It says phase one, get oriented. It is giving you day-wise itinerary on how much time it takes for you to learn this. So on between 1 to 2 days, it is saying that you can learn about the Power Query, what is Power Query, etc., and Power Query interfaces. Here it is giving you a different or a uh, uh, references through which you can learn them. So target resources from where the data can be retrieved is Microsoft Docs. Here there is a learning path for you from which you can learn more about Power Query. And it is also suggesting a YouTube video from which you can learn more about it. ChatGPT is more generic. It is a textual format, you can see. There is no reference to third-party URLs or websites where you can learn. Whereas Gemini is suggesting you something where you can learn from this YouTube channel, YouTube video, as well as the Microsoft website. Phase two completes the second and third day. Again, how do you connect to various data sources? And again, there's a reference to a document from Microsoft as well as a YouTube video for it. So Gemini, on the other hand, seems more useful because you can refer to much more than what is suggested by Gemini. Um, you can go to each of these links and prepare for the queries much better. And at the end, it gives you a tip: practice consistently and then challenge yourself, join online communities, which is similar to what ChatGPT provided. So it all depends on your uh, desired outcome. If you want something text based, if you want something uh, where you feel that you already have the desired, already have the books in front of you, and you just need a plan on how to prepare, ChatGPT works for you. But if you want external resources on where do I find books, where do I find materials on how to learn Power Query, I think Gemini gives you a better hand at it. Okay, now, right. So you might be aware of the Excel. Okay, Excel is quite commonly used in every domain. Okay, including your college life, in your school, or college administration, your manufacturing industry, pharmacy industry, or anywhere you take it up, it is required. So if you want to add a sum function, you can do that in Excel. It is quite simple. It doesn't give you um, the look and feel of an Excel sheet, but it will satisfy the outcome. You will be satisfied with the outcome. Okay, let us try this. Okay, create a plan, create a step-by-step guide on using some function in Excel. I'm going to do the same thing in Gemini as well. Let us see. Okay, it is searching. Meanwhile, I'll come back to ChatGPT. What happened? Right. Okay, searching. Okay, ChatGPT is quick, as I told you. It's always the quickest. Okay, here is a step-by-step guide on to use some function in Excel. Open Excel. It tells you the guidelines, the step-by-step instruction on how you can do that. You can follow ChatGPT, the prompts here, and you can do that yourself. Open Excel in your computer. Enter the data, row, column. It says, for example, you can enter numbers into cells A1 through A5. You can enter random numbers. Select the cell, okay, and then it says start the sum function. It tells you where to find it also. Type the equal sign into the selected cell. This indicates that you're entering a formula, and then type sum to start the sum function. Select the range, complete sum function, etc., etc. In this format, this is how the page or the function should look like, and then press enter. When you press enter, the results will get displayed in the A6 cell. You can verify the result if you are quick in maths, or if you have a calculator handy, you can find out whether the value is correct. It gives you a tip. You can also manually type in the cell references into the sum function instead of selecting them into your mouse. Okay, this is quite a detailed one, I would say. Let us go to Gemini and find out what it has to say. The sum function in Excel is a handy tool for quickly adding up a range of numbers. This is the introduction. Now, if you go to ChatGPT, where is it? Okay, it does not go into the definition of the sum function. It directly goes into the detail. Okay, here's step-by-step guide. Select the cell. Okay, this is almost the same. What differentiates it is, I'll come to that. Okay, until here you will find the same thing. Okay, here also you would find the same thing. It gives you an example here at the end. To find the sum of cells A1 to A10, you would type this. I think this prompt is also suggested by ChatGPT. What differentiates it from Gemini, differences between Gemini and ChatGPT, not just with this particular prompt, but with all the other prompts, is when you type a query. hmm, I always used to refer with the outcome with the previous prompts as well. But just before the outcome, there are a function which differentiates Gemini and ChatGPT, which is the show draft. Okay, now there are three ways in which Gemini is representing the same question, same data in front of you. If you're asking Gemini to create a step-by-step guide to some function, draft one is suggested below. Draft draft two will give the same thing in a different way. You can use it based on your understanding, based on your requirement. Draft three is also the same thing, but if you look at it here, it tells you option one, click on drag. It will also help you to navigate on how you can exactly type it over in a computer or an Excel sheet and get things done. I think it all based on your requirement on how you want to use these drafts, whether it's going to be useful for everybody or not, I'm not sure. But the Gemini is giving you options on the type of outcome you would want to have. So, which is clearly the better feature to have. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is suggesting just a simple option. Whereas if you scroll down, you can copy it and start using that in your. If you copy that into an email, copy that into a Word document, and then share that with your friends. Gemini also you can do that. In Gemini, you can add seen this somewhere. You can click on the thumbs up or thumbs down and benefit or provide feedback to Gemini on improvement. Let us see this 1 second. Okay, you can regenerate the draft. If you're not satisfied with the outcome, you can click on regenerate and it'll regenerate the prompt again. Okay, which is a very good feature to have because you are providing feedback to Gemini that these prompts are not useful for me. So in that way, Gemini is also learning from you. It's not that just you learn from it, but it is also learning from you. Okay, so it is giving you a different, or maybe it is attempting to give you a different set of information. Although the context might be same, but it is pretty much the same, I believe. Yeah, except for few lines here and there. You really can't make the difference out of it. Okay, right. You can also do a Google instant search. It'll search over the internet and give you the result. If you want to share with someone, click on the share and export. Click on this button, export to docs or draft an email. So it's a quite a handy feature to have if you want to quickly send an email over to your friend on what you found on Gemini. Something you're doing, you're generating prompts, you're getting the exact sales email, exact letter of appreciation to your friend, or a birthday wishes which you want to send your friend, and which you found beautifully crafted by Gemini. I think you can send this over right away in Gmail, and you can get things done much faster. Okay, these are the basics. I would say, as and when we grow into this prompts, it can start to get more interesting. Okay, let us take this example. What happened in January 2023? This is very, very important for you to know the difference between ChatGPT and Gemini. There is a third one, Microsoft CoPilot. I don't, or I am not authorized to use that because currently Copilot works in such a way that it recognizes or locks in with your Microsoft credential from your organization, right? So it is currently logged in with my office credentials, hence I'm not authorized to use that or else I would have demonstrated. But you can start using on your own if you have Microsoft, if you have Windows 10 or 11. Copilot is integrated. You can also use Bing AI, which is the alternative or the predecessor for Copilot, which is free of cost anyway. I'll try to demonstrate that if I have time. But currently, let us finish this ChatGPT and Gemini conversation. Fine. Now, as and when your chat history grows, right, you can see that we have tried to cover 5 to 6 prompts already. So, ChatGPT is might be confused on what exactly are you trying to achieve from all this result. So, on the first instance, I'm asking you, who are you? And then I'm asking you, can you describe me as a 5-year-old kid? Then I ask you about some random sales email asking random email to a customer asking about the dues to be paid. Then I ask ChatGPT to share the itinerary for a study plan, and then I ask for a some function in Excel. So ChatGPT is confused. Arey, what is this guy trying to achieve from me, or what is this guy trying to learn from me? Hence, ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot or anything has a limitation on how much you can search. I think it is 20. So rather, whenever you want to start a new query, assuming you're searching for Excel function, how to improve Excel as an example, and if you're satisfied with the answer, I would say start a new chat with a new prompt. So when you are finished with the Excel part of it, don't continue with something which is into mechanical. Don't jump into say, okay, thank you. Now, can you help me with some mechanics of fluid dynamics? No, don't do that, because again, you might get mixed responses. Again, anyway, ChatGPT is intelligent, it is smart anyway, no doubt. But there are chances that ChatGPT might get confused and they might be miss and match. Hence, always good to have a new chat and it gives you a fresh page. Okay. Here, let's start the next question. What happened in January 2023? Okay. Why did I mention 2023? You'll come to know with the result. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to go to Gemini. I'm going to get a new chat. Or if you want me to continue, no, let us go to plus sign. Okay, what's happening? Okay, I'm going to go to new chat and then I'm going to enter it here. What happened in January 2023? You can see Gemini takes some time because the data is from the internet. It tells you January 2023 saw events in different areas: global conflict between Afghanistan, Syria, Somalia, and attacks in Mexico, as well as Israel, Palestine. And in India, there was a political upheaval, and there were outages in Pakistan, um, and a helicopter crashed in Algeria. Okay, I would like to know more about a specific event. Let me know. I can search for news articles about it. Yeah, because this is not just a chatbot. See, Gemini is not just a chatbot. It is like a your browser. You can take it as a browser. You can consider that as a browser because it is so powerful. Data is all from Gemini, from Google, and Google's own chatbot. So definitely, Google is number one um, in searches, internet searches. Hence, they have integrated the browsing capability as well as the data search in a very, very interesting way. That is why it is suggesting or asking you, I can search for news and articles about it, which is nice. Let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT has 3 words to say. I don't have access to specific events or information beyond my last training data in January 2022. So I can't provide details on events that occurred in January 2023. If there's a particular event or topic you're curious about, feel free to ask and I can provide information up to January 2022. What does it mean? Does it mean ChatGPT no longer works on that domain? Or is Gemini superior? Okay, that comes to the next topic. ChatGPT is evolving, right? So the version of ChatGPT here, 3.4, 3.5, sorry, is limited opportunity one. So ChatGPT 3.5, the latest update was made in 2022. After that, it's all the next version, which is ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 4 is equivalent to Gemini right now. Gemini is current. You don't have to, you don't not find any difference in the versions of Gemini. Even if you go for the paid one or the free one, the data is relevant. Data is current. 2024 April, today's date, 7th of April. Whereas ChatGPT, the version of ChatGPT is 3.5, where you can get every other information in the world. If you want to ask ChatGPT about any information, you will find it. But it is only up till January 2022. Anything beyond this, you will not find because it's not fed. It is fed into ChatGPT 4. But for using ChatGPT 4, you need to have a paid version. I don't know the value, but you can upgrade, click and find it out. Here you can find images and more browsing capability, and this is very, very quick and efficient. Whereas if you go to Gemini, you don't have to upgrade. Everything is current, and whenever somebody feeds something to internet, it's captured to Google, of course. Yeah, Google is number one. Nobody can beat that. Hence, you cannot escape from Google's data recovery and data retrieval. You can, uh, yeah, as I was speaking, I just spotted that the location is captured from where you're speaking. So if you're speaking from a unique particular location, it tells you where are you speaking from. Okay, fine. Now this is a limitation of ChatGPT 3.5. But next question you might ask, oh, should I upgrade? No, not required at all. Anything which is not there in 2023, if ChatGPT does not know, it does not tell you. As simple as that. But you can ask ChatGPT what happened in 1987, 1996. It will tell you, but it will not tell you what has happened in 2024 because it is not fed that way. We have the latest version of ChatGPT, which is GPT-4, which will tell you. But for everyday tasks, that's why they have written very clearly, great for everyday task. If you want to learn something about something, give me a suggested training plan for Python, it will give you. But if you tell them, if you ask ChatGPT what happened in 2023 December, it will not know because it is not fed. Gemini on the other hand is current. Microsoft Copilot on the other hand is current. It does not need currently. Um, Microsoft Copilot runs on the latest version, which is equivalent to ChatGPT 4. Hence, there is no bifurcation of information you would gather from Copilot and Gemini. It is the same. Whereas ChatGPT 3.5 is the older version, I would say. Hence, the data recovery is limited to 2022. That's why it's very, very clear and disclaimer has been put here that any information beyond this, I cannot provide. Yeah. Okay. I would give you a context about Microsoft Copilot. Um, Maybe one of the next episodes, I'll try to show you the differences, wherein you can find a lot of differences between Gemini, ChatGPT when it comes to compares to Copilot. Fine. Now, okay, this is a continuation of this one. The next prompt is going to be quite interesting as well. Let's go to ChatGPT, create a new chat, and then type. Okay, what is the context? Okay, I would like to read it for you. Create a data set with details of products like product ID, name, price, quantity, stock, status with 50 rows. Okay. Now this is what I have fed into ChatGPT as well as Gemini. By the time you get the answers, I would drink a sip of water. Okay, let us go with Gemini now. Here it tells product ID is so and so. The first row says the product ID numbers. Then you have the product names, wireless headphones, smartwatch, gaming laptop, fitness tracker, etc. etc. And the price for each of these and how much quantity has been ordered. And then the stock status. Are they out of stock, low in stock, etc. Fine. Now let's go to ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT has a lot more information. It is also similar here. Product ID, name, price, quantity, stock. Okay, this data includes various products with their respective IDs, names, prices, quantities, and stock statuses. Okay, it's almost similar, See, which is quite good enough. Here, the differences before I go to the next prompt for how do you do analysis with this data? Okay, I would show you this one. You can see from here that uh, there is the data set which is provided here. Now, the difference between ChatGPT and the Gemini is this one. You can see at the end of it, it says export to sheets. What does it mean? Export to sheets. Okay. Sheets is similar or alternative to your MS Excel. Sheets with respect to Google. Sheets, Slide, Gmail, all these are Google products and just equivalent to your Excel. Excel works both as an application as well as your web tool, whereas Sheets works as a web tool. So you click on export to Sheets. It's creating a spreadsheet, as you can see. No sheets. Okay, something went wrong here. Let us see what happened. Okay, maybe I need to open the sheet to have that created, but you can work it out. Fine. So this is how it is. You can export that data into an Excel sheet. Now let's go to the next prompt and see what this had to say. Give me some stats using the above data set. So remember that I had told you before that we are going to use these chatbots not just to type something and get the data, but it is going to be a conversatory kind of a chatbot. That is, it believes in conversation. You're conversing with the chatbots to help make your lives more easier. So it learns from the conversation and then gives you the desired outcome. It understands you completely. That is how they are very, very intelligent. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. Now, with with reference to you can see the question here. Give me some statistics using the above data set. So you're not saying that the data set is create a data set with details of products like product ID, name, price, quantity, stock, status with 50 rows. You're not telling it clearly. You're just saying above data set. So it understands that this is related to the above data set because it is a conversatory data set, conversatory chatbot. It clearly understands. That's why you can just mention above data set and it understands completely. Hit enter. Okay. Meanwhile, you can go to ChatGPT also. You can say the same thing. Okay. See, See, it is analyzing here, whereas ChatGPT is quick. It has given you more information. See, it says basic stats is average price. It calculates the average price on all products, total quantity, find, count the number of products, and identify. Let's calculate the stats. Okay. Sum of all the prices, total number of products is so and so. It is giving or analyzing this data into four aspects. One is the average price, total quantity and number of products out of stock, and most expensive product. And it gives you the data in the next step. So how is the average price calculated? Sum of all prices divided by total number of products. So average price is equal to sum of prices divided by total number of products. That is, it gives you the calculation. Average price is so and so dollars. Total quantity, and then you have the products out of stock and the expensive product, least expensive product also. Okay. Whereas if you go to Gemini, it gives you a table. It says total products is 3, average price is $99.98, in stock is 2, low stock is 1, which is minimal data if you want to analyze from from a company point of view. Hmm. But whereas if you go to ChatGPT, I think it is more beneficial for the company to understand what is the value or outcome of this data. We have see, this is just for reference. We have 50 rows, but every organization, if you take in the manufacturing industry, right, they don't just produce 50 rows. The rows could be thousands of rows, right? So for them, it's going to be a unique proposition. If you use ChatGPT in this context, Gemini will give you a gist of it, a summary of the stats, whereas ChatGPT has gone a step above and given you a lot more information here. Okay, which is quite interesting and more meaningful to it. The next aspect is give me a relevant formula or functions to compute these statistics in Excel. Okay, when I say these, the ChatGPT already knows what stats are you talking about, because ChatGPT itself has generated the stats above. So I'm going to paste it and then remove the number, hit enter. Whereas I'm going to go to and go to Gemini and do the same thing. Let us go to Gemini first. I want to see what is the outcome, because the stats were very minimal. Okay, absolutely, which is assertive. Total products is count. This formula uses the count function to count the number of cells containing average price, low stock count, most expensive product. Okay, 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 cheapest product as well. Okay. See, you can see the analysis were quite small, but the ha okay, the background for these stats, how did Gemini calculate these stats, is very interesting. See, it's showing the same thing. The formula used is so and so, and then it gives you the four different regions, the areas of which the stats were calculated, similar to ChatGPT: average price, stock count, low stock count, expensive product, and the cheapest product. It is giving you the calculation part in Excel. You can copy that and just copy that into Excel directly. The code is given you here automatically, and then it is giving you different versions of the same result. You can choose the versions which is convenient to you or which is required for you. And if you come to the bottom, there is nothing much apart from this. Okay, 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 fine. Now let's go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is still indexing. You can see that here the Excel formulas, functions you can use to compute the statistics. Average price is this calculation. You can just copy it, copy code, put that into Excel sheet. It is a standard report for you. Total quantity. See, each of these calculations is ready-made for you. You just have to copy it and paste it in an Excel sheet, which is which will literally save a lot of time for you. If you don't know formulas, I think this is the fastest way to create a report. And then if you have few more formulas on how you can calculate the expensive product and then the least expensive product, and what else you have, least expensive product. Okay, this will give you the gist of it. Okay, and then the difference between these two is you can copy into the Excel sheet of all of them, but Gemini gives you different versions of the same result, whereas ChatGPT is elaborate. It gives you individual formulas and functions. You can copy it into Excel. Okay, so this brings to the end of it. Okay, end of the Excel sheet calculation tabulation. This particular prompt, product details on how data set can be identified, stats can be retrieved, and the various formulas on which stats can are analyzed and determined by these tools. Okay, before we go to further topics, we have many more. I have segregated into two different categories. So one is the creative side of it, and then the other one is the productive side of it. The creative side is similar to how you can write emails, how you can write blogs, how you can ask to create a story for a small child. Can you create a song for me? Can you create music, etc.? On the other hand, you have the productive side, as I was talking to you or showing you about Excel sheet calculation, statistics, email, letter drafting to a customer. All this can be productive. I have few more drafts to mention, which I will try to cover in the future episodes. Thank you for joining the session, and I hope it was quite useful, beneficial for you all. Uh, Keep practicing, I would say. Mine is just a walkthrough on how the tool works, but I would want you guys to practice because it is all about practicing. Okay, no matter how much I teach or how much anybody teaches anybody, it's all the individual interest, individual curiosity and passion which will drive you to learn more about ChatGPT, Gemini, CoPilot, etc. And you try to understand the background of it. What are the prompts I should choose? Prompt engineering is a different topic altogether, which is the professional part of it, wherein these engineers are trained in such a way that you get elaborative prompts you fed into the system to get a particular or a concise or a specific result. I'll come to that in the future episodes. Thank you guys for joining. Have a fantastic day. Hope this session was wonderful. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, and if you feel that the tutorial is beneficial to you, kindly subscribe and support. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.